Standing in the heart of Turkey, a Muslim majority country, Senator Marco Rubio did what few politicians dare to do. He told the truth about Hamas, Gaza, and the real reason peace feels impossible. While the media pushes claims of genocide and Gaza's suffering, Rubio turned the spotlight where it belongs on the terrorists holding hostages, stealing aid, and murdering civilians. This moment didn't make headlines, but it should have. Watch as Rubio calmly but forcefully dismantles the narrative in front of the entire world. Watch until the end and let us know what you think in the comments below.
On that same theme about peace and Gaza, and I know the president had a bit to say today and yesterday. On the ground, I mean, there are more than 100 Palestinians killed today, 80 yesterday, 2 attacks on hospitals. We've had Tom Fletcher, the UN humanitarian chief, urging the Security Council to prevent, in his words, genocide. Meanwhile, the families of many hostages are accusing the Netanyahu government of trying to prolong the war for political reasons. What is your engagement with the Israeli government at the moment? Are you 100% behind the nature of the military action? And what is your own position, basically, on, as you do with Eden Alexander, talking directly to Hamas to get the rest of the...
Well, let me just say, I spoke to the Prime Minister today of Israel. I know the President's been in contact with him earlier this week. The President talked about this in a speech the other day, that the people of Gaza deserve a better future than what they've had under Hamas. We think that the elimination of Hamas is what achieves peace. We're troubled by the humanitarian situation there. Both the Israelis, with American backing and support, have offered a plan to deliver aid that doesn't get diverted or stolen by Hamas. I've heard criticisms of that plan. We're open to an alternative if someone has a better one, but we are for all the aid we can get without without Hamas being able to steal it from people. But I think all of us would love to see an enduring end to this conflict, which, by the way, would end immediately if Hamas were to surrender. They're a terrorist group. They're a group that kidnapped, raped, murdered innocent people that had nothing to do with the war. And as long as they exist and they're around, you're not going to have peace. This is not a peaceful group. This is a group that deliberately on October 7th committed horrifying crimes, which has triggered this conflict. That said, we're not immune or in any way insensitive to the suffering of the people of Gaza, and I know that there's opportunities here to provide aid for them. There's a plan out there that's been offered, that's been criticized by some, but it allows people to get aid without Hamas stealing it. And we'll continue to work towards that in ways that we think are constructive and productive.
And what about the negotiations? Are you in direct contact with Hamas? And would you continue to do that if it's a way to get the rest of the hostages?
Well, I think anybody that tells you there are obviously messages passed between intermediaries in the case of Hamas. There's obviously an external Hamas group, and then there's an internal Hamas group as well. This is a terrorist organization. This is a murderous group that still continues to hold innocent hostages and the bodies and remains of dead hostages as well. They should all be released immediately. That's been our position from the very beginning. They should never have been taken to begin with. So again, we continue to, that continues to be our position, and there's a role we can play in bringing about the release of these hostages and the return of these remains to their families. And we have an opportunity to play a role. We will. I won't comment any further on the mechanics of it because I don't want to endanger them, but suffice it to say that we know there are others involved. The Qataris have been involved, the Egyptians have been involved, the Turks have been involved, numerous countries have been involved in passing messages and in getting results. And we're very happy to see Eden Alexander home with his family. It was very uplifting, but we recognize that there are still many others left behind. We want to see them all released.